porque tu cariño hoy compartes con alguien más y sufriré. Pensaba tenerte junto a mí, pero en realidad es que ya te perdí. Ando pensando, tratando de figurar a dónde fue, en qué le hice mal y sufriré cuando anhelo con solo tu piel y solo encuentro el destino cruel, porque tu pasión hoy se lo das a ella y sufriré cuando me despierto y no te encuentro ya. Tu calor se ha vuelto en soledad, porque tu cariño hoy compartes con alguien más y sufriré. Y sufriré.
Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to have Miss Amanda Solis, and you're listening to DJ Fluffy here on SCP Radio. And we got the one and only, the most wanted man, Mr. Ram Herrera.
Nunca ha sido un secreto lo mucho que te quiero, lo mucho que te adoro. Tú siempre estás conmigo. No se me pasa un día que no estás en mi mente. Te sueño por las noches, tú siempre estás conmigo. Es que te quiero más que a nadie, más que nunca, más que todo. Tesoro, hoy te imploro, eres mi todo. Es que te quiero más que a nadie, más que nunca, más que todo. Tu amor me vale más que el oro, es tan hermoso, eres mi todo. Se me pasa un día que no estás en mi mente. Te sueño por las noches, tú siempre estás conmigo. Es que te quiero más que a nadie, más que nunca, más que todo. Tú eres mi único tesoro, hoy te imploro, eres mi todo. Es que te quiero más que a nadie, más que nunca, más que todo. Tu amor me vale más que el oro, es tan hermoso, eres mi todo. Es que
That is right, lady. You just heard the most wanted one, Mr. Ram Herrera. And now we got a gentleman that helped us out at our benefit, Mr. Roman Lucio y los Dominantes out of Brownsville, Texas.
Desde hace tiempo ya nada
again, this is your boy DJ Fluffy coming live from SCP Radio here at the Skylamp Studios on the Super Tejano Friday show. And we got Miss Amanda Solis in the studio, and we're going to be going with her in a few minutes. But we continue that. We're going to play a little bit more music. And here we go with something Mr. Art Tijerina.
Cierras a Evelis de tu equipaje. Algo tenemos que discutir. Yo sé que probado estaba lo que falta. No te vayas sin dejarme explicar. Te juro que esta vez voy a escucharte. Fallé. No puedo vivir si tú no estás conmigo. Me enloquece el saber que tú te vas. Ayúdame a regresar a ese amor de aquel ayer. Nuestro amor es mi tengo que hacer para mejorarme? ¿Qué tengo que hacer para hacerte ver? Aunque prometido para siempre, lo
Once again, this is your boy DJ Fluffy coming to you live from SCP Radio here at the Skylamp Studios. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on our Facebook Live and of course on our feed here. But we want to send some shout outs to some guests in the studio. It says to my sweetheart Jovita, amor querido, little Joe. Oh, she walked out. I'm sorry. But of course from the mystery man. So you heard Jovita? There you go. All right, she heard it. She heard it, Mystery Man. That's a gentleman that's been following me since I was with KXYZ 1320 AM, one Houston's finest. He's been following me ever since then, and he's following me now here on scpradio.com. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Miss Alberta's from Miss Alberta's Best Bet Bond tuning in. And like I said, we want to send thanks to our sponsors once again. Without our sponsors, none of it would be possible. And we got a guest in the studio. We had her here before. It's been a while since she's been here in our studio. She's done over a year, I think, right?
I don't know.
Yes, we got Miss Amanda Solis. So let's give her a round of applause for her, please.
Oh, hey.
Amanda, remember last time? We didn't have all this stuff last time. We had cameras and all that kind of stuff. So
it's big time now,
you are live now. Anything, you can go to scpradio.com. They can see the live stream. So don't be poking your nose. Don't be blowing your nose.
Man.
They can see everything. All your fans. So let them know.
I'm looking down.
Let them know. Go on your Facebook Live. Live right here. They can follow you. But Amanda, welcome back. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
And we got a lot to talk about, but you have been busy since the last time you've been here.
I know.
So give everybody a little bit of Amanda Solis, people that don't know you yet, people that haven't seen you on our show. Let them know who Amanda Solis is, where you're from, and what you do.
My name is Amanda Solis, and I'm from Texas City, Texas. I was born and raised there. Actually, I started the Selena tribute. It actually happened by accident about 4 years ago now. It's crazy. I cannot believe you said it. Over a year since I've been here.
Yes.
But yes, I started the tribute, and it started by a karaoke contest. And I grew up listening to Selena's music, and unfortunately, I lost my parents whenever I was 6 years old. So that's where, we have our roots of our Tejano music. We'd be outside making raspas and, barbecuing and things like that. And, so once, I lost my parents, growing up, I didn't really have anybody to look up to. So it's kind of funny because I always listened to Selena's music, but the first time that I seen her on TV, and this is where I'm explaining the connection that I have and where this came about. It's so funny. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I have so much passion when I talk about it just because it's just like so unreal, surreal, I guess. And so the first time that I had seen, Selena on TV, I was like, holy macaroni. By this time, my parents were already gone. And I was like, wow, she looks so much like my mother. It wasn't so much just like her looks, but it was her estilo, her wardrobe. It was just mind blowing because she used to mop the. I'm not even gonna lie, it's a true story. My mom used to mop the garage floor. That's how clean that she was. Okay, she didn't like dogs, she didn't like cats, she didn't want anything in the house.
Mop the garage.
She used to
floor.
mop the garage floor before she parked her car in her little Jaguar that she had. She's all fancy. She's so cute.
Oh wow!
And she would wear her little bustiers and her bolero jackets. And actually, after this, because the last time I was supposed to show you a picture of her, and I would, love for you to actually be able to show it.
If you send it to our producer, he will put it on the screen.
So that you can actually see her. And so I was just like, oh my God. So after that, it just like captured me. And so I was like in tune. I was like, oh my God. So I'd watch her all the time. So it was just somebody to look up to, and, being that we have the roots, my parents were born and raised in Mexico. And if it wasn't from my family, the family that I have here that multiplied like rabbits, it was because my dad actually was an entrepreneur. So he actually started his own business. And from Mexico, they're from Piedras Negras, know. And so, he brought everybody here. And so we have our Mexicano background, but at the same time, just somebody to look up to. And so, now let me tell you, I went to school, I got educated, I got my education. I actually went to University of Houston, and then after that, I actually went and got my license for real estate. And it's kind of funny, because most people are like, wow, what else do you do? I'm like, I know I'm not a master of anything, but I dabble in a lot of stuff, but it's so funny. And so whenever, therefore I grew up and, I did my own thing. This was never something that I was on the back burner, like, oh my God, I think I look like her. This is what I'm going to do. And so many years later, a friend of mine, it's so funny because she was like, hey, there's a karaoke contest that's going on in Kima. And she goes, Mama Cass is going to be out there, which by the way, I love you, Mama Cass. Love her. And, she does a lot of karaoke contests. And so And she was like, you need to sign up. And I was like, are you crazy? I was like, these people are going to run out. I'm going to break the windows. These people are going to run out of here whenever I sing. Are you kidding me? You know? And so anyways, my friend was like, well, you get 2 free drinks. I was like, where do I sign?
There you go.
I was like, where do I sign? You tell me, where do I sign? And so I was like really taking it seriously. The first time I did it, and I didn't think it was going to go anywhere else. You know, I went out there and I sang Bitty Bitty Bum Bum because my friend was like, girl, you need to put on your Selena wig. You need to put on your Selena wig. And because by that time I had red hair. My hair was like fire engine red at the time. And so she was like, you need to put on a Selena wig and sing Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. So I did. And by this, I actually won that contest, not knowing that it was going to be a big contest. There was probably like 75 people that entered that contest, you know, and so it was crazy. And so then Mama Cass was like, all right, so what I need you to do now that you're the winner, it's going to take you to the second round. I'm like, second round? Do I get 2 more free drinks? You know, do I get 2 more? You let me know, okay? And so she starts cracking up, of course, you know, whatever. And so this time I was like, you know what? This time she was like, well, you could pick whatever song you want to. So I was like, you know what? I just wanted to sing Selena. So I went ahead and I said, I'll sing Que Querías, which is one of my favorite ones. And this time I called my sister who raised me. And mind you, we didn't really talk a lot about my parents passing. You know, it's just something hard to talk about. I mean, I could talk about it all day long, but you know, when you're there with somebody that's experienced it too, is just very hard. And you know, her raising me at such a young age, you know, she was 18, and because we're so young whenever we lost them. And so anyway, so I, you know, contacted her, said, hey, so I entered a karaoke contest. Yes, I know. And I said, I won first place. And I said, now I'm going to the second round. I was like, I was wondering, does mom have some of her clothes left behind? And she was like, well, yeah, we could check to see. So I go over there, mind you, it's been 20 years, you know, since they had been gone, you know. And, well, and so I told her, I said, yeah, we'll see what we can find. And so, you know, we go through the garage. Man, I wish that we would have taken better care of it. We just didn't know. We didn't know. And, you know, at that time it was just so hard. So you're just storing everything away, but you don't realize that just being stored away and in a heated area, everything gets eaten up. Even the elastic bust, everything stretches out, everything goes bad. And it's crazy. You just wouldn't think that. And my mother had so many great clothes, and it just, and therefore, you know, back then, you know, it was like the 90s. You got Madonna, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul. They were wearing the bustiers with the pointy boobs, you know what that? You know what I'm saying? And the high-waisted pants and you know, and the bolero jackets and stuff. And so maybe it was just the era then, but you know, it just reminded me so much of my mother. And it was crazy because so we're going through the boxes and so much stuff was messed up. And so then by the time we got to the last box, there was this one jacket, I swear to you, it looked just like the one that Selena wore when she performed in El Dorado. It's a green one. It has like a lot of like different little swirls on it. I'll show it to you. And it was in perfect condition. It was crazy. Because I was like, what? The only thing that it didn't have was like the penguin tails, because obviously it wasn't really hers. It was my mother's. And so anyway, so I ended up wearing that, and I made, you know, I found another bustier, and I wore her shorts and everything like that. And so it was just so crazy because once I did that second, when I entered the second contest, I ended up actually getting second place out of all the others that won too. But all of a sudden, it was just like a reconnection that I had with my mother that I didn't have for so long. And I was like, I cannot believe it. Like I'm this old now, you know, after being without her for so long, and I'm wearing her clothes now, and I'm filling them out. You know, I was a baby. You know, I was only 6. I mean, you know, I look at a 6-year-old now and I'm just like, man, that was me, you know, at that time when I lost them. And so, you know, wearing her clothes, you know, just reconnected me with her. And so it was so crazy because I never thought after that this was going to happen, like a Selena tribute. I never, I want you to understand, I never, you know, I had my job, I had my daily things, and I still do till this day. So whenever, after that, it was so funny because like a week later, I got a phone call from somebody. They got my number off of Facebook, and they called me and they said, hey, so you may not know me, but I follow you on Facebook and I seen your video on YouTube. And I was like, I got a video on YouTube? Like, wait, hold on. Like, what do you mean there's a video on YouTube? Please tell me, like, what is this YouTube video? And she was like, no, I seen that you're a Selena performer. And I was like, no, I'm not, you know, like, no, like she was like, well, you performed and you were wearing like this green jacket and whatever. And I was like, oh my God, somebody done posted my video, you know, cause everything is like social media based and they're going to put everything out there. And so, she was like, well, my daughter has, you know, Down syndrome and she's turning 46 years old. Okay. And she was like, and she's a huge Selena fan. And when I showed her your picture, she just freaked out. And she goes, and I would love to hire you. Now, let me tell you, I never thought like I'm going to, do a tribute, or I never even thought about somebody hiring me or, just doing anything like this, ever. Like that was never a thought in my mind. And so, I talked to my friend about it because I always like to get a second opinion. And I asked him, and I was like, he was like, well, why not? And I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, what am I going to do? So I literally grabbed a microphone, and I know all of her songs. We grew up singing them, and dancing to them, thinking you look like her or whatever. And you really don't. You look busted. And the first time that we seen her, like, I'm going to tell you that I failed to mention that my family was out there trying to dance like her. And I was like, no, that was like a long time ago. It's so funny. We all thought we looked like her, and it's so funny. And, obviously this, never was something I ever thought was going to happen. And so then I ended up doing it. I said, yeah, I'll do it. She was like, well, how much, do I have to pay? I was like, no. I was like, I would not charge you. This is not, was nothing that I ever thought, of doing. So I said, I'll go out there and I'll sing probably about like 5 songs and, whatever. I'll try my best, And she was like, by chance, do you have the purple jumpsuit? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't even have anything. I have my mom's clothes. So I was like, oh my God. And I realized that how great it was, like when I was practicing and I put my mom's clothes on and I put another blue jean jacket that I had worn. And then she was like, you know what? I really want to do something for you. She goes, I feel so, privileged that you're doing this for my daughter for, for nothing. And she goes, and she actually donated the purple jumpsuit that Selena wore. Oh, wow. For the Astrodome. Yeah, they actually had it made. And I was crying.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like, I was like, no. Like me, I'm like, no, but you can't. When you're Mexicano and they offer you something, you better take it.
You got to take it, yeah.
Tortillas, everything. I'm like, I'm on a diet. Yeah, you just better eat it. Your grandma's going to be really mad every morning. And it's so funny because they'll get so mad. So I end up, thanking her. Until this day, I still talk to her. And it was just so funny. And that's basically how all that started. And I never would have imagined that it would have grown so much. I mean, since the last time. I mean, and after that, I just did little gigs on the side. I'd go over there and sing my little 5 songs and, move around. And it was just so crazy. And I mean, they did just people that I never met before would just share so many stories with me. And like, just, I personally met her is what they would say. And, oh my gosh, there's so many like things about you, like your mannerisms, your laugh. There's just so many. And I'm like, well, I get that from my mom. It's so funny. People ask me like, now that things have grown and now that I've, worked that much harder to perfect it, but at the same time, people are like, oh, well, what do you do to get yourself prepared, to go out there and do the Selena tribute? And it's like, I really don't prepare except for just my vocals. That's about it, but everything else is that who I am. That's me all the time. That's what I want to understand. That people, I just dress up in costume and I sing her music, because ultimately now that this evolved into what it is, it's not just a tribute to Selena, because I'm singing her music and I'm wearing some of her clothes that are replicated and still including my mother in it. So it's ultimately a tribute to my mother,
So when people see you out there, that is the real you. You're not practicing on
the
mode.
Like I'll throw the bangs back. I mean, come on, what Latina do you not that you don't know that has bangs and wears red lipstick, that has dark hair, I mean, that's Latina lifestyle. You go back through my childhood pictures. Yes, I was born with really blonde hair. It's kind of funny. Even though I am Latina, it's so funny. And, that's why I always say I'm the milkman's daughter. I think I was the milkman's daughter. I don't know what my mom wasn't telling me, though. No, I'm just kidding.
She went through the whole story.
Yeah. But, I mean, once I grew up, my hair started getting darker, but then, I colored it. But my mother always had dark hair. But, I mean, she wore red lipstick. Who doesn't? I mean, you look at me and my, back in high school, I was wearing red lipstick. I wasn't able to wear foundation, but they're like, okay, you can wear the red lipstick. It's like, really? You'll let me wear, nothing else but the red lipstick, and the long nails. And, it's just our culture, So, I mean, all day long, this is who I am. And I think that it really feeds back because I'm so passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if it were fake, then it wouldn't be what it is. Yeah. And
Hey, like I said, we've been following you. I've been following you for the first time we saw you was at Archie's Better Time. We were doing an event there I think some of the Cumbia King guys were there. Jessica Macho was there.
Oh, yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
So you've grown since that time that we've seen you. And
Yeah.
growing, when I mean growing, I mean doing more stuff out there. And we're going to talk about that in a
Yes.
few minutes, a little bit about more stuff. But
Yeah.
now that you're doing this right here, and I follow you on Facebook, and I see when you're going on flights, people, you're taking video and all that, you know, the people approach you. And because I've seen some of your videos where you're on there and people like walking by and turn around like, hold on, is that her? Or or I'm looking at somebody.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when people approach you and want to take a picture and ask you questions?
Well, you know, it's very flattering. You know, it's very flattering. I mean, you know, because I mean, Selena was a beautiful person. You know, I know that I didn't know her personally, and I never claimed to know her. We all know what we know about her, and that's through pictures and through videos that she's had left behind. But I mean, it's very flattering, and it's just a privilege to be able to do that, because that's another reason why I love what I do, and I think that it grew that much more because it's not so much just about like me gaining attention. It's about you connecting and being able to touch other people's lives. You know, I mean, there's so many people that have told me so many stories that you would have never thought in a million years that they would share with you. For instance, there's one that always stays with me. I performed in Phoenix, and this lady didn't get to see me perform. And she was, you know, a little upset, but she was very nice. And, you know, she was just like, I had no idea why she was so upset. And then she started to cry, and she just came out and told me about her daughter that passed away from cancer. And I mean, she told me all the details of the struggles and things like that. And to see a picture of her, just makes me emotional now just thinking about it, because, you know, for people to have those connections, because music, regardless if it's Selena's music in general, brings people together. It shares all types of emotion, of happiness, sadness, you know, depression. I mean, there's just so much that music does do. And you know, me being able to do that for other people is just amazing, and touching other people's lives is ultimately what that is. And like, you know, most people think like, okay, so I go out there and I pay tribute, so I'm trying to replace her. That's not what I'm trying to do. I feel so privileged to be able to do what I'm doing now. I'm so grateful whenever people do come up to me, because then I get to be who I am. They get to meet Amanda. Amanda, that's me. That's Amanda Solis.
There you go.
You know?
Well, we're gonna play. Mike, you got the music video from Miss Amanda. We're gonna play one of. I think that was this is the video we got. I know you're working on another one. We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But we got a music video here. We're gonna play it live. People can see it on our scpradio.com stream, and then we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back with more questions from Miss Amanda. We're gonna get a couple shots of tequila on her and kind of relax her down a little bit. You know, get her.
So
going.
when I'm on the floor,
That way, yeah. And then maybe we'll get her to sing some songs for us. She did last time.
look, they
and,
put one right there for
she
me.
got
I
one
was
right
like,
there,
set
ready to
it
go.
way over there.
So you're listening to DJ Fluffy here on SCP Radio with our guest, Miss Amanda Solis, and we got her music video. And the name of the song, what is it, Miss Amanda?
¿Qué creías?
¿Qué querías? Here we go.
Okay.
Creías que te iba a perdonar y que me iba a olvidar del daño que me hiciste. Pero yo aprendí a vivir sin ti, ya no haces faltar aquí. Y así es que puedes irte. Que ibas a regresar y que me ibas a encontrar contenta y recibirte. Pero no, pues ya ves que no es así. No quiero saber de ti. Y así es que puedes irte. Que te ibas a encontrar un amor mejor que el mío, que te hiciera más feliz. Pues ya ves, no es tan sencillo. pues ya ves, equivocado. Ay, sí, señor, échatelo. ¿Qué creías? Que ibas a regresar y que me ibas a encontrar contenta y recibirte. Pero no, pues ya ves que no es así. No quiero saber de ti. Y así es que puedes irte. Que te ibas a encontrar un amor mejor que el mío, que te hiciera más feliz. Pues ya ves, no es tan sencillo. ¿Tú qué creías? Que como yo había muchas, que a mi amor ni regalada. Pues ya ves, equivocado. Ay.
Y ahora sí, compa, quiero que me diga por qué se lo lleva. No sé, compadre, no sé, a lo macho, que no sé. Y ahí le va, para que me platique bien. Amigo, amigo, porque lo llevan preso. Y a ver, compa, cuénteme. Amigo, no sé, ni conozco mi delito. Y preso me llevan a esa cárcel del olvido. Me llevan, y yo sin saber por qué. Yo no hice más que amar a una casada. Después de amarla, le maté a su marido. Y preso me llevan a esa cárcel del olvido. Me llevan, fíjese, y yo sin saber por qué. Y qué pena, compadre. Pues qué pena, compadre. Y ahí le va de nuez. Y póngase a gozar.
me dicen que no estás, pero yo sé que están mintiendo. Sé que no puedes verme por culpa de tu mamá. Ella te dice que soy vago, también que soy casado, que deje de molestar. Dile, pedazo de mi vida, que quien se ha muerto de eso, yo te quiero a ti nomás. ¿A quién yo le doy mis besos? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a pasear? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿A quién voy a acariciar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a casar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. Chiquitita, si no le gusta, pues ni modo. Siempre que paso por tu casa, me dicen tus hermanas, me dicen que no estás, pero yo sé que están mintiendo. Sé que no puedes verme por culpa de tu mamá. Ella te dice que soy vago, también que soy casado, que deje de molestar. Dile, pedazo de mi vida, que quien se ha muerto de eso, yo te quiero a ti nomás. ¿A quién yo le doy mis besos? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a pasear? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿A quién voy a acariciar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a casar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. No, chiquita, tu mamá nomás no. ¿La trae conmigo o qué? Nomás póngase a bailar, suegra. Verá que todo estará a todo lado. ¡Hey! Muévete, muévete, muévete. ¿A quién yo le doy mis besos? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a pasear? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿A quién voy a acariciar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. ¿Con quién me voy a casar? A tu mamá, no, no, a tu mamá, no, no. Get down, baby, baba, baby, get down.
La otra tú, es difícil quererla. La otra tú, no la puedo comprender. La otra tú, siempre es un escándalo. La otra tú, voltea mi mundo al revés. Qué bonito es quererte, qué bonito es amarte, tenerte en mis brazos.
Alright, once again, everyone, we're going to show you a little music video of Amanda Solis that she did at Hobby Airport, a wedding proposal, right, Amanda? That's what it was? Yes. So we're gonna play it here so you can see what happened.
I was invited to be a part of, actually someone will be proposing while his fiance gets off and walks through the terminal. I'll be singing Como la Flor, and then once he gets down on one knee, and hopefully she says yes, I'll sing Amor Prohibido to them, and we're gonna celebrate afterwards. So I'm excited to be able to be a part of this moment, a special moment like this.
Como siempre su novia fiel, mis amigas están burlando, murmuran cosas de él.
I mean, just, I guess, I'll show you a picture.
Yes, show me
you're good? What do you think your odds are going to be?
I'm hoping 100%, but you know, we'll drop it down like 99.
Oh my God. I said yes. I'm nervous for Dahlia, and I'm nervous for El Señor. Yo sé perder. Ay, cómo me duele. Can I leave my bag here?
Well, we'll watch it.
Quiero verte hoy. Esperes el momento en que escuche tu voz. Y cuando al fin estamos juntos los dos. ¿Qué importa qué dirán tu padre y tu mamá? Aquí solo importa nuestro amor. Te quiero. Amor prohibido murmuran por las calles, porque somos de distintas sociedades. Amor prohibido nos dicen todo el mundo, el dinero no importa y ti en mí ni en el corazón. Oh, baby, con unas ansias locas quiero verte hoy. Esperas el momento en que escuche tu voz. Y cuando al fin estamos juntos los dos. He said yes. Congratulations. Oh my God, I was crying and so nervous. I was like, why is it like Selena? Oh my God, congratulations. I'm shaking for you. I was the one that was getting cold feet. I was like, why is my name on there? Oh my God. So how do you feel?
I was like, at first I was like, do I need to recheck my bags or what? And then why is my picture, like, why is my name on it?
That's why I was like, I gave you a
just
second.
gonna walk away.
That's why I gave you a
And then
second.
I was like staring at you two, and she was like, what are you doing?
I was like, Dahlia, just to make sure, because I was like, maybe she might smack me or something.
I was like, I'm gonna keep walking, but then I was just like, everybody else was coming out, so I was just like, Dahlia?
I am still shaking for you. My heart is pounding. Yay!
Congrats.
Oh my God.
Yes, I wasn't even expecting that.
Un abismo de tristeza y lágrimas. No me queda más que aguantarme en mi derrota y brindarte felicidad. No me queda más si tu regreso hoy sería una imposibilidad. Y esto que no era amor, luego niegas lo que dices que nunca pasó. Es el más dulce recuerdo de mi vida. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedaras tú conmigo. Y yo guardaba una ilusión que alimentaba el corazón. Mi corazón hoy tiene que verte como solo amigo. Y aunque viví enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa, porque esto sí fue amor. Por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más grande amor. Y aunque siempre no le renuncies, para mí fue lo más bello.
What was the outcome?
I said yes!
How are you feeling?
Still nervous, but I'm good.
I feel better
All
now.
right, buddy, this is your boy DJ Fluffy.
I got really nervous.
We're gonna turn the lights back on. That is Miss Amanda Solis that we've been playing her video. She did somebody hired her to do
If that was my twin, I'd kill her.
a proposal. But don't forget also we're still here. We're gonna meet Miss Amanda. We're gonna do about 2, 3, 4 in the morning with the cabritos cooking outside.
Nice. We'll be here all
we're gonna be all
night
night
long.
long here. But I still want to remind you that you still have a chance to either send me a text, go to our chat room, and if you want some free tickets for tomorrow at Tumbleweeds, we're gonna have we're gonna have Mr. David Mares and Gary Hobbs. That's right, tomorrow at Tumbleweeds, and we got how many we got? CC, we got right now. How many we got left? We got 7 pairs of tickets for giving away free. All you gotta do is call 832-190-7727 or send me a message on my Facebook page on DJ Fluffy Cuellar, and we'll put you on the list to come out to Tumbleweeds tomorrow, Saturday, to see David Mares and Gary Hobbs out there at Tumbleweeds. All right, so we got some free tickets we're giving away for that. Now, Miss Amanda.
Yes.
We're talking off the scenes back in the background, and you're wearing a jacket right now.
Yeah.
And I think people can see it. You know what you got on. You were telling us a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit about that jacket.
So you can see it. So I actually had been asked to perform for Shriners Hospital in Galveston. And they are a nonprofit, right? Nonprofit?
Yes.
Yeah, nonprofit hospital. And these children come from all over the world. It's crazy. I would have never known. And so, of course, we took the project. I said, yeah, you know, for charity, I would love to. And so I performed for them. And for their privacy, that's why there wasn't very many pictures. You know, we weren't able to take pictures with them and display them. It was just like only of me, you know, so
Yes.
look conceited. But no, and but it was really cool. Man, I cried so much just because like it's just so crazy because like it takes something like that, like whenever you go there and you see what's going on in the world, and for a lot of people to be so ungrateful, and these people that are going through these hard times, you know, they, you know, whether because like you never know what you know, there was, for instance, there was one child that just accidentally pulled a hot pot of water on them and it just burned all of
Wow.
their body, you know, and to see them, and I mean, it's babies. I'm talking about babies, and like, you know, grown people. I mean, you know, probably about like, how old were they? Probably like the girl was Monica was.
Like, I would say like 9 and through probably 16.
Yeah,
Wow,
she's probably
so-
about like 16, and I loved her, Monica. By the way, if you're watching, hi. But so I went out there and I had this idea to, I got this jacket. I loved what it said on the back. I think it says, what does it say?
It says,
Wake,
pray,
slay."
slay.
Yes, and so I took it and I was like, you know what? I think it'd be really cool, you know, if I had all the little kids like draw and color on it and stuff like that. And man, I tell you, I got so emotional before I got in there. Even talking about it now, I might just because like going there and seeing that and build, you know, making these connections with these kids and giving them something, and they're just so happy. God, like they're so happy. Like even though they have all these struggles, like they're just so genuinely happy. And I kind of actually felt bad there for a second because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, are they going to be able to draw? Because like they were all padded up, you know, and they had like all the little gauze and everything on them, and some of them had, you know, a lot of wrapping on them, and you know, even, you know, foam and all kinds of different stuff that I would have never known that they have to do for proper procedures to, you know, so that they don't get any infections and things like that. I didn't even know whether if I could touch them or not. I felt so bad because I'm such a touchy-feely person. I felt so bad. I felt like I was so rude because I didn't know if I could touch them or not. That was the only thing, because what if I touch them and I hurt them? I didn't know, but they were the ones that were coming up to me, so it was really cool. So they gave me the go, like I knew. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then and then it was cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure though. I wasn't sure, you know, because I know that they're in a lot of pain, and you know these children that you know they lost their legs, their hands, their hair, their face, you know. Just a lot of things that, you know, you take for granted every day. You know what I'm saying? And so I got the jacket, and I put a lot of markers out there not knowing if they were going to be, you know, able to do it or not. Don't ever underestimate anybody. Because, I mean, these kids didn't even have fingers. And, I mean, you know, and
they drew all over
yeah, they drew all over my jacket. I mean, look, they drew the pizza, if y'all could see that.
Yes.
And, well, the pizza's right here, or they were right there. And then the ice cream cone, and little hearts, and all kinds of other rainbows and clouds and things like that. And I performed for them, and oh my God, I think just seeing them like that. But man, they didn't even, not one miss a beat. They were just dancing, and even though they were in so much pain, you can just see it, but they didn't even show it. Like you just know, but they were like, I'm strong.
Happy.
They're so strong.
They're fighting it.
Yeah, and it was such a privilege. And it's so funny because a lot of them were Latinos. Half of the, actually 99% of them were Latinos. They all spoke Spanish. Wow. You know, so I felt bad because, you know, I speak Spanish too, but it's broken, you know, and it's so funny because they were like, you know, I'm like, okay, are they having a good time or not, you know? And it's so funny because then I would have to talk with them, and the moms and the dads were there with them too, you know, and it just was such a beautiful experience. And that's why I'm saying, like, to be able to do this, I still, like, pinch me, like, wake me up. I cannot believe this. I mean, that's why this jacket means so much to me, because I was able to have this connection with them, and therefore I'm planning, you know, it's right around the corner. I would love to go back over there and have lunch with those kids again, you know, and just say hey and just make their day. Like, they were like, man, I haven't had anybody come over here to do this for these kids in so long, and they were just so happy, like genuinely happy. It was amazing. I was crying the whole time, and they didn't even want me to go out the room. They're like, let's take pictures. I was like, wait, we're gonna get in trouble. They told us not to take pictures, but they're like, it's my phone, we can take pictures. It's like, oh, okay, cool, you know. And it's just amazing. So yeah, I mean, they made me this jacket. There was probably about like 50 kids that were in there with their parents as well. And, you know, now I have a friendship with them, you know.
Cool. All right. Well, I know you've done some other stuff too that got you to go and see actually the unveiling of the Selena
wax figure.
Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so that was another crazy thing. We seen on there that they were doing a Selena wax figure. So I was like, holy macaroni, like, I wouldn't be like, I would love to see her. And then they actually did a contest, which is what was it? Your
favorite Selena moment.
Yeah, your favorite Selena moment. And so basically I called up Jessica and I said, hey, let's do this. It'd be so freaking cool if we got to go to Hollywood and see Selena. Well, obviously not in the flesh, but you know, see her right there, figure, oh my God. So we're like, heck yeah, let's do that. That's where Kikarías came from, the video. We were like, okay, so she, you know, asked me, well, I won with that song. And, you know, I had that connection with my mother when I wore her outfit. And not only that, it was just one of my first songs that I was very passionate about, and I loved how she interacts with the crowd and things like that. So it showed a lot of her personality. And so therefore we did that music video and we entered it, and there was 5 winners and I was one of the 5. And so we actually won to go up there to actually have like a VIP pass to go on top of the Madame Tussauds on Hollywood to see the unveiling with the family there, and actually do a meet and greet with the family as well. So I got the opportunity to shake hands with Suzette, Chris, AB. The mom and dad were there, but they were more on the sidelines. Yeah, you know, they were just doing their own thing on the side. Very complimented people, very kind, and it was awesome. Like I just went there just to go see her, and I was like, and it was just so crazy to finally see that, what she would have looked like in person, because I only see her on videos and things like that, so it was really cool. So we were there in Hollywood, right across the street, staying the night, and got a great opportunity to meet a lot of great people. It was really cool.
Now, I seen your video when you were out there at the seeing the wax figure.
Yeah.
And I seen you when you were getting closer to be your piece. There were people going at one at a time to be up there.
Yeah.
And I seen that you were getting like all emotional. You were getting all like anxious to get up there. What was going through your mind when you actually got to be up there and be next to the figure?
Oh my gosh. Like I was just at a loss of words, I actually said something under my breath to her. I just was like, I was thankful, I just, because she was someone to look up to. I mean, there wasn't very many Latinas that had this cuerpazo and, this amazing voice, and had this family to support her and take her to the, because obviously back then, it was more of a, guy market, not for women. And so, she broke that barrier. And so it just showed me the struggles that I went through and the stipulations that I had to go through growing up without any parents, and, getting all the criticism and all the story that went around, and, all those things. It was just like, what, if you take it by the horns and you ride it out, you know what I'm saying? And she showed me that regardless if I had black hair, blonde hair, red lipstick, and I had this cuerpazo, big pompies, you know what I'm saying? and I wore this bustier, if you have confidence and you rock it. She showed me, a Latina like me, that, came from nothing, that you can do it too. And her saying, I know it's very cliche, but it's her saying is the impossible is always possible. That's what she's always said. And it's so true. If you make it possible and you work hard, look at me now, still pinch me. I'm like, what? And like right after that whole thing, I ended up getting seeked out by Dr. Phil and his family, and I ended up performing for them back in Hollywood.
How was that right there? How was that experience with Dr. Phil?
Okay, well, this is kind of funny. So I'm just going to be real with you. So after the unveiling, whatever, we come back home. Jessica gets this call. We thought it was kind of like weird, because they were like, well, we're not able to release all this information to you, but we'll give you what we can, because this is a known person, yada, yada. And so then she calls me, and I was like, that sounds kind of crazy. Are we going to come back alive? I want to keep my organs. I want to, I don't know what's going to happen. But, we're being invited to Hollywood, and we're staying at a really nice place, and, right off of Hollywood. It's crazy, because I'm like, what? And so, anyways, well, we finally land. We get there. Well, actually, we missed our flight.
What?
If you go back onto some of my videos, it was okay. Hold on, just hold that thought real quick. So Jessica and I were in the airport, and this is me, and she's sitting right next to me, and David, hopefully he's not listening, but we were doing selfies, we're so excited, we're going back to Hollywood, whatever. And this is the terminal right there. There's the door, so they're going to open it so you can go in or whatever. And so the lady's back there, and she's like, okay, so this is, she wasn't really being clear. So it's like, can I tell you, I was like, what, so whatever, we're still good. We're in the clear, whatever. We have plenty of time, we're still good. And so we're sitting there, and then the time starts rolling by, and it was like 5 o'clock that our plane was supposed to leave. And so, mind you, our backs were just sitting towards the door, but the door is literally right there. Yeah, right there.
And you missed
and the señora estaba allí también with her microphone right there, So we're just sitting there, and then Jessica turns around, and then you just see a plane just take off, and she was like, man, she was like, what time is it? She's like, man, she goes, a plane just took off.
Hold on, we got a call.
Oh, okay.
Hello, this is DJ Fluffy.
Hey, DJ Fluffy, this is Rosie. I hear you're going to give away some tickets. Was that the right caller?
Yes, we are giving some tickets. What is
for tumbleweeds.
For tumbleweeds? All right. Well, give me your name, and we'll put you on the list, and you'll get a pair of tickets to go see Mr. Gary Hobbs and Mr. David Mattis tomorrow at Tumbleweeds. All right.
Ew.
So what name? What name you want tickets under? Rosie what?
Rodriguez.
Rosie Rodriguez. Okay.
We will tell Amanda I love the interview. She's awesome.
Hey, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate it.
Thank
you so much.
It's wonderful hearing your stories. I've enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you. I don't sound crazy.
No, you sound like you have a great personality. I love watching the videos. Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling in, and you'll get a pair of tickets. And when you get to Tumbleweeds, just go up there and tell them that you're a winner for SCP Radio KXYZ, and we'll have your name at the door, okay?
Thank you, DJ Fluffy.
All right, you're welcome. And
Bye,
keep on
Rosie.
tuning to scpradio.com.
Bye.
Bye,
Amanda.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we got a winner there. Sorry about that,
I was
Miss
like,
Amanda.
what is that noise?
Yes,
I
that
thought
is.
you were trying to tell me like to wrap
No,
it up.
no,
wrap it up.
Well, no, we got a night. That's people winning tickets. And also, people are listening. If y'all want to call and ask her a question, y'all can call at 832-910-7727. And the reason I'm saying that there is an Amanda and Anna Garcia. And I don't know if you see that, Mike. I can't see what the question is, but they're saying number is 832 number Y radio station.
No, yeah, they're saying they were asking where the radio station was.
Okay, all right, so they already producer took care of that right there. All right, but Miss Amanda, back to your story with the thing, please. I'm sorry about that.
Missing the flight.
Yes, missing the flight.
So, excuse me. So yeah, the door was literally right there. I'm not even lying. I'm not even over exaggerating. Like the door was literally right there. Our backs was just turned to it. And so like I said, Jessica was like, man, she looked at the time. It was already 5 o'clock, and that's the time that our flight was supposed to take off. So 5 a.m., mind you, we're there super early. And so the flight takes off, and I turn around, and like we just see it take off, and she was like, man, I'm going to go talk to this lady and ask her, right? So, so she goes over there to the lady, and I'm just like sitting there on my phone. I knew she was going to handle the business, and she goes over there, and she comes back, and I just seen her face, and I was like, what happened? And she was like, that was our flight.
Oh, wow.
So we missed our flight. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Meanwhile, we're doing selfies and stuff like that, not knowing, whatever. So our flight just took off. But the lady, she goes up there and had this bad attitude. She had the worst. I was listening to her. I just didn't know. I just thought she just, didn't want to do her job or whatever, which was fine. Most people don't. And, so she goes up there, and so because she was like, well, you didn't even call our name, because they always go last call. Amanda Solis calling Jessica Martinez. This is going to be the last call. The door before the doors close. Whatever. No, it wasn't even nothing like that. But como we're so bad, and we weren't paying attention. The door was right there.
So something must have been in front of you that you were not paying attention to the door.
No, I don't even know. Like, and the lady was just like, this is the last car. I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I have no idea, right? So we heard the local Los Angeles, and I was like, did she just say Los Angeles? So literally we missed the flight. I was like, oh my God, we're never going to make it up there. So it's like we had to jump through so many hoops and obstacles before we got there. We even got on by the time we got there, they flew us to Vegas, and we were there. We met, well, not that we missed, they delayed 2 flights.
Wow.
So we were there for 2 hours. 2 hours, and then just laying there oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So anyways, we finally make it over there, but we had to jump through all these hoops just to get there. But more of the story, you have to see it, is just so funny. It just, you had to have been there, because I know everybody's like, what? It was just so funny. You had to have been there. It was crazy.
Now, and you also got invited to do Fiesta de las Flores in San Antonio. Well, you went down. I think you were down there, and you got a lot of media attention through the paper. You were walking in the crowd, and so I think they even did an interview from the paper in San Antonio, something like that.
Well, no, I didn't perform at the Fiesta de la Flor, but whenever I went for the first year that we had went, I did gain a lot of attention. Now, I didn't even go dressed as her. It was kind of crazy. I just knew that, she was endorsed by Coca-Cola, and I the little red T-shirt I put on with some jeans, and I put my hair up big curly like I've always done. If I showed you my big perm hair that I had back in the day, I'll actually show it to you then too. I'll show you both, because I failed to show you a picture of my mother. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. So whenever we went out there, it was really nice. I mean, it was their first year, but at Telemundo, they had Univision, and they interviewed me, and they asked me a lot of the questions that everybody does ask, and I never mentioned that I was a tribute. I never mentioned that. I just, I'm here for the good time, just to experience the whole Fiesta de la Flor. This was the first year, and yeah, but it, and every year it's been like that. It's been amazing, and every year it gets bigger, So yeah, but going back, I failed to tell you about the Dr. Phil.
Yes.
So whenever we finally get there, and they dropped us off on Hollywood Boulevard, in Hollywood, by an Uber.
Anywhere.
They were like, well, next to the actual venue to the venue, but they didn't want, like, you know, I guess like they just didn't want any publicity getting out, or, you know, whatever getting out, like leaking out what was going on. And so we finally get there, and this guy comes up to us, and he's like, oh, okay, hey, you're so and so, okay, come follow me. We get into this dark elevator. I was like, are we gonna come back alive? Like, I even asked the guy in there. Jessica's like, oh my God, Amanda, just stop. And we go up, and we get in, and it takes us to like the very top floor. And it was like, you know, a really big venue. And so we get there, and then all of a sudden the doors, the doors to the elevator open, and everything was pitch black, but then everything was glowing. Like all the neon lights, they had like butterflies, they had like all kinds of like caterpillars and bugs and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And there's like clocks everywhere. And I look in one room, and then all of a sudden there's like a big spinny thing like this. And then there's like a little Mario that's walking around, a little Luigi. And then they had like 50 rabbits, like little bitty rabbit people. Okay. And I was like, okay, am I like, are we on drugs or something? Like, what is going, like, I would imagine if somebody was on drugs, that's what it would have been like. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a Johnny Depp kind of thing. I'm like, what's going on? You know, I have no idea. And Jessica was like, you know, like, I don't know. At this time, we still didn't even know what it was for. We had no idea. They were just like, follow us.
So they didn't tell you who we were going for? Nothing?
No.
So you still went out there not knowing who you're performing for? Nothing?
No. Well, she did the background check. She looked at everything and knew it was a legit person, but they just didn't say who it was for. That's the thing. We just knew it was for someone that was known. That's it.
Wow.
But we didn't know like what kind of party this was. Like, we walked in, like I said, like it looks like you're probably like on some kind of drugs or something. I don't know. Everything was glowing. You walked into one, like I said, they had all of Alice in Wonderland characters there. They had the Mad Hatter, which was my favorite, Star Wars. They have like Cirque du Soleil, a lot of people that did like knife tricks, you know, they would stick swords down their throats, and guys that would stick a nail in his nose out through his mouth, and all kinds of craziness. They had Tweedledee, Tweedledum. They even had the little guy from Batman, from the Penguin. They had like the little guys, and they even had big guys, like, you know, normal size, and they had the little people. It was so I'm like, Jessica, I'm tripping out. Like, where does this Mexican girl, is this like Selena in Wonderland? Like, where am I gonna fit in on this? Well, there was different rooms, and now, you know, finally we go in there. They're like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get you warmed up. You're going to talk to the DJ. This is your room, the mushroom room. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, so this is the mushroom room. That's what they called it, the mushroom room. By the way, at the end of the night, it ended up being the best room. It was so cool. We had this DJ that was there, which was amazing. Played a lot of great music. And then they had all the Star Wars figures in there. Well, actors in there. So everybody was basically role-playing the whole time, like playing as actors the whole time. They did not break it, not once. They were in character the whole time. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just like this little Mexican girl with this big curly hair here. Like, what am I doing? And so I'm over there, and I start practicing, and you know, and I start warming up and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, you see Chewbacca come in. I mean, he was huge, like the legit Chewbacca. He comes in, he's like, you know, making that noise or whatever. Don't ask me to do it again. He comes in, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And they had this big. You remember the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland? It's like, who are you? There was a big one in there. They had a room that was full of like roses, like from the ceiling down to the bottom. They had like trays full of candy. I mean, like one room like had the Joker. I mean, it was extravagant. Like, I mean, we have our quinceañera. That was the big party for us. Like, this is like, it was just so crazy. Like, at the end of the night, I cry for everything. I cried because it was just like so neat to experience something like that, for somebody to have so much money and just to be able. I mean, they even had like all the waiters and everything. They even had like nice plates with pizza, and they would put rose petals on it and stuff. They had sushi. They were handing out like little hookahs to everybody that you could take with you. They had open bar in every room, you know. So basically, like literally 15 minutes before, no, it was like 10 minutes before. 10 minutes before I was going to perform, people were already walking into this room. I was like, man, it's starting to get packed in here. Mind you, it's no bigger than this room right here. So it was like a living room, family, you know, comfortable. No bigger than this. And then they had a couch right there where you are, a couch right here, a couch right here. The bar was back there. And then, and then like a little stage where I guess that's where, you know, I was going to be performing. I was just like, okay, I guess that's it. You know, they had all these nice rugs on it. So I was like, I don't know, do I stand on it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And, you know, so that's where I was going to perform. And so 10 minutes before, the lady comes up to her, and she was like, okay, so I know that you're probably wondering why you're here. She was like, so Dr. Phil and his family are already heading up here right now. So they're going to be sitting right here on this couch. So be ready to be on in 5. And I was like, what? Jessica was like, who? And I was like, Dr. Phil? And she was like, what? You know, like, what? Like, I don't know, I guess, is this real? Like, is this for real? You know, and mind you, the son was already walking around. I didn't know the son. I felt bad. His name was Jordan, and it was actually a birthday party for him. It was his dirty 30, Jordan's dirty 30. And so, you know, all the puzzle pieces at the end of the day end up getting put together, and I'll tell you why the party looked like a big drug party. You know that? But the family comes in, the mom, the dad, and I guess the girlfriend at the time. I didn't know who she was, but they come and they sit on the main sofa right there. That's like, I can just like reach out and touch them, you know? And here I am, I'm like, okay, I got to get it together. I got the microphone. You know, I'm so nervous. I was like, you better get it together. And so the DJ was like, all right, you ready? And then that was it. And they sat down and they had all the crowd in there, and I sang my songs, and I ended up, you know, doing Que Querías to Jordan, bringing him up there after I Googled him and found out what he looked like. I was like, let me see what he looks like first. Okay, that's really him. He's been walking in there for a while. And so anyways, ended up being amazing. They were so nice and so complimentive. I'm talking about, like, I've performed at so many different parties, like, that are more personal, like a quinceañera, a wedding, Mother's Day, you know, things like that, in their living room for their child's birthday or something like that. That, you know, you'd figure, like, I'm thinking, like, these people, you know, you don't know if they're going to be snooty, you know, their nose up in the air, you don't know. I mean, I'm just a little Mexican girl walking around. They're going to be like, what's she doing here, you know? And so it's just crazy. And, but no, I swear, like, after I finished performing, like, the mom was, like, up, como la flor, and dancing. Did you see her? And they were dancing. Like, and I was like, okay, so who's the real fan here? Like, I guess the whole family is the fan. Yeah. And then, so as soon as I was done, I was like, can I, like, I didn't want to, you know, because I'm sure they get bombarded by a lot of people because, you know, they're known, you know, so I didn't want to be like, oh my God, you know. I was just like, hey, how are you doing? And Jessica was like, go over there. And I was like, oh, but no, Dr. Phil goes over there, grabs me, and like hugs me, and like I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And like you know, he literally, I thought he was wanting me to sit on his lap, but not in a bad way. But like, I thought he wanted me to sit in, but he literally like squeezed me in between him and his wife, you know, whoop, right there. You can hear it just go, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, okay, I'm right here. And then like, he kissed me on the cheek, and she kissed me on the cheek, and they were like so calm. They were like, you did so good. I was like, are they just saying this to be nice? But no, they were like, go, you know, afterwards they were sitting there like right there having dinner. They brought the caterers go over there and they served them their dinner. They were right there. Me and Jessica are just in there like, go ahead, help yourself. And meanwhile, so like they had the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland come that was role playing. Goes, so after I sang to Jordan, they were like, oh my God, the time. Goes over there, grabs Jordan, takes him to the next room. So each room had a different theme. So they were basically doing, you know, different themes for him, because come to find out, he's a huge Tim Burton fan. So he had like a cluster of everything that you can imagine, you know, from Tim Burton, Beetlejuice, and all those things. Nightmare Before Christmas, and so like he had like all those different characters, and because I mean, if you've seen his house, it's amazing, and his whole house is based off of Tim Burton. It's based off it. It's amazing. It's immaculate. But yeah, it was, huh? Yeah, Jordan's house, Dr. Phil's son. Yeah, Jordan. His house is just amazing. But yeah, I mean, for me to be there, I was just like, oh my God, like we kept on like just looking at each other like, are we really here? Like, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. You know, the hookah's over there. You smoke over there, you know, whatever. And people are, you know, they were smoking because they could, you know, because it's California. It was already legal. People are smoking. They're having a good time and stuff. And I'm like, dang, you know, can I just have a beer, I guess? You know, and they were like, no, go ahead, help you. There's like, you know, a full freaking rack of like liquor and stuff. And it was just crazy, man. I think I was just absorbing the moment, you know. I was just like sitting there. We were dancing and the DJ was awesome. And it just overall was an experience I will never forget. And I'm like, man, I cannot believe that little old Amanda from Texas Shitty came from nowhere. It was there amongst these other people that are really known, and they were very, very, very nice to me, and they were very accepting. And because if you've ever been to one of my performances, most of the time, like, you know, being Latinos are very protective. So whenever I go perform at some of the parties, they're very quiet.
Just looking at you.
They stare at me, and I'm like, do I have a booger in my nose? Like, you know, I mean, I don't know, you know, like, what's going on? Like, is the mic on? Like, what's going on? I think, you know, like Jessica says, you know, whenever she experienced it, because she's seeing it from the behind, like the bigger picture. And I'm like, they're like, oh my God. So, you know, they're more quiet, but I thought that they would be like that. No, they were more like, woohoo, like party, you know, having a good time. And yeah, it was two totally different experiences, you know, with, you know, because you have the other people that are sitting there. You kind of have to prove yourself. Like I always say, you know, I'm like a dog. If I sniff your butt a little bit, you know, because I don't know who you are. That's probably how it is for me. They're like, let me see what she's all about, you know. And then after I get to the second song, it's so funny because like by the time I get to like the fourth song and I start singing, then I'm getting to the end, and then at the end they're upset. They're like, what? That's it. I'm like, well, y'all should have been dancing at the beginning, you know, and they joke around and stuff like that. But the whole Dr. Phil experience was just amazing. It was an experience I'll never forget.
Wow. Well, like I said, we known you already. I think we're going about, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
It's been about a little bit over a year since you first came out here.
Yeah, I know.
I think, you know, ever since then, we've seen you grown, and I've been following you ever since.
Yeah.
And I can see you're a busy woman because I've been trying to get you out here to come out here for a while, and you're busy.
Yeah.
But I see that you're doing great things. The way you're taking this, the way you're embracing it. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Well, I think by that time, it's kind of funny because most people always ask me that. They're like, do you see yourself continuing to do this? I think that, I mean, I'm not going to be like 50 still doing it. And be like, abuela, por favor, siéntate. Just sit down, grandma, with your bustier. Just you're crazy. But no, I mean, in 5 years, I mean, right now, what we're doing, because even like I told Jessica, you know, just so many blessings have happened from all of this, you know. This accident is really what it is, you know, and it may not be just music, you know, even though we are working on that. So I mean, I signed with the record label, you know, Street Science Entertainment, and so, you know, at the end of the day, I'm always Amanda Solis, so that's who I would like to be known as, you know. And that's, you know, I know right now I'm a Selena tribute, and that's what's in demand, and you could see that.
Yes, it is.
And you know, people have been seeking me out, so yeah. So I mean, right now I still see myself doing that because I don't think that people are going to let me not, you know, it's just going to continue. Yeah, you know, because they're going to want more of it, and in God's blessing, I hope so. But I mean, if not, then I mean, I see myself, you know, right now we're working on my own music as well as Amanda Solis, so I'll have my own music coming out. And a lot of people don't know that. I mean, I try to explain, but sometimes they don't, one ear and out the other. But I am working on Amanda Solis. And not only that, like I told her, I said, and this may be a blessing for many other things. You know, the struggles and the stipulations that I went through growing up. Maybe I may be able to write a book one day. And you know, for the other people that think that they're just rowing one row in the boat, you know, whenever there's other people that are in the same boat with them, and maybe I can help them, since there's not another Latina that somebody else can look up to. You know, maybe God has given me this to you know, and Selena paving the way for me to be able to do that for other little kids, you know, for them to know that they can have dark hair too, and they can have pompis and all that, you know, and red lipstick, and you know, and be Mexicanos, and you know, come from wherever, and you could do it too, you know. And because, you know, after Selena, who was there after Selena to look up to? Not, do you know? I don't know anybody else. You know, so therefore, you know, it could evolve into music, or if God wants it to be, you know, maybe me writing a book about, you know, to help other children out, you know, maybe they, you know, lost their family whenever they were younger, and, you know, the stipulations that I had to go through, or, you know, maybe they were, I hate to say this, but a lot of kids that maybe struggled with molestation, you know, whenever they were younger. That was, you know, another thing. And you know, because like things that are forbidden to talk about, you know, and maybe it may evolve into that too. And you never know, maybe something like that. But that's where I see myself. I just see myself growing and evolving into something else. And for people to know that at the end of the day, all day, I'm always Amanda Solis. Even right now. Like right now, this is who I am. This is who I am all day, every day.
Well, I know the first time you came out here, we asked you to do a song for us. And I got to ask you again because we have you. It's a pleasure to have you back again.
Thank you.
Like I said, and you always been very humble with us. And
we
called you and everything. So why don't you give the people that are in here right now a taste of Amanda Solis, you know, because now you're not just Selena, you know, tribute person. You also, like you said, you also work on music. You want people to hear, and give us a little something of a song that you would like to sing.
What am I doing? No me queda más. Oh, I know.
Which one's that?
Listen to it. Let me see.
You need a background music? Just tell us which one you want, and he'll find it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, because I've been working on this other one, which I really love. So
okay, well, she's trying to find that right there. Remember, we still got some tickets. We still got some tickets there, right, Cece?
Yeah, call in.
Yes, Call in 832-910-7727, and that's some free tickets for tomorrow at Tumbleweeds, the new Tejano hotspot. 5 venues in one place. You don't want to. It's a night. If you haven't been out there, you need to go out there, go see it. It's very nice. But tomorrow they're gonna have Mr. Gary Hobbs and David Mares out there, and who knows, they might have some surprise guests coming up outside. But if you have not been to that place out there, even on Sundays, they have. If you like Zydeco, they have a Zydeco outside. They got stages outside where they set up also and play music outside. You know, so it's a nice place. They got a wine room. They got like 5 different clubs in that one area. You know, but tomorrow we're giving away free tickets to Tumbleweeds. 832-910-7727. If you don't call in tonight, you can give me a text tomorrow. Cece, we're taking until tomorrow. Until what time, Cece? She's not talking. Boss lady. Tomorrow to what time? Up to 2 o'clock tomorrow. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, DJ Fluffy Cuellar, or Miss Mary Jane Seguda on her page, and tell her you want to be on the list. And we'll put this. This is a show you don't want to miss. Mr. Gary Hobbs and Mr. David Mott is out there. You know. So, Mr. George, you see, you're so quiet tonight. You got anything to say, Mr. George? He's tired. Saludos pa Aguascalientes. We got people from Aguascalientes tuning in right now. You know, Mayra Hernandez, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, that's Mr. George's partner over there in Aguascalientes, and she's also promoting SCP Radio out there. You know, so we want to thank everybody. On our Facebook Live, we got Mr. Jesse, Tejano Jess tuning in. He says, hi, Amanda.
Hi, how are you?
We also got, let me see here, Mrs. Angelica Soto. Let me see here, Mr. Miguel Garza from Harlingen, Texas. Let me see. Patrick Ortega. What's going on, Mr. Patrick? Mr. Bernard Valdez. Mr. Lalo Lopez tuning in. Bobby Ray Castillo. Miss Francis. We also got House Divided Cookers tuning in here. What's up, Mr. Jesse? Miss Nina.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
And we got a lot of people on this team. And we've been
really?
going by. And then we also got here Mr. Johnny Lasso's tuning in. Which he just left here not too long ago. Make sure you tune into Mr. Johnny Lasso's show every Friday from 8 to 9. He does a hot 8 at 8. If you want to get a certain artist on that countdown, make sure you go on Mondays to his page, Mr. Johnny Lasso's page, and put the name of the artist, the name of the song, and get your fans and people to start voting for you. And if you make the end of the countdown, which is on Tuesday night at midnight, if you make the votes to be on the list, he'll post it on his show on Friday, which is the hot 8 at 8 every Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. And that's Mr. Johnny Lasso's show. All right, and after that, we'll keep on going with our show here. So, Miss Amanda, you found one?
Yeah. Did you find the song?
Which one is it? You gave it to Michael? You
He's
didn't
like,
tell
no.
him? No.
Here.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
We're gonna get Mr. Michael to find the song for her. But meantime, we also once again want to thank our sponsors for coming out here, and of course our in-guest studio, Miss Jovita, for bringing out some lovely food out here. Even though she brought some donuts and she knows I can't eat that, you know. But that's all right. Next time I'm gonna want my what is it? What do you bring those sandwiches? Those banh mi's. I'm gonna hold you to my banh mi's for next. Even though I can only take 2 bites out of it and that's it, I can't eat no more. You know, but you know, yeah, they're very good. You know, so if y'all haven't had them, they're very good. And then of course the boss lady back there in the back. Y'all enjoying the margaritas? Jessica, you so quiet back there in the back. All we hear back here in the background is Jessica's name. Jessica is actually her manager, right? If I'm mistaken. And she's also the owner of the record label that she's with. What's the name of the record label again? Street Science. Science? Okay. Entertainment. So that's the record label she's on. You need to go and check out their page because they got a lot of videos on there. They also do music videos. If I'm mistaken, I think y'all did the music video for Amanda, right? That was me. Yep. So y'all need to go out there and check out their page. And check out Miss Amanda Solis's music video also. You know. She's here in the background. She's tuning in the background.
Okay. Yeah. That'll work.
We got you covered here. Let me see.
All
Somebody
right,
says,
I see. Y'all got it going on.
Jesse Antonio Sandia.
I was
Hi, Amanda. Enjoy your music. All right. Well, she's about to
Hi,
sing right
thank
now.
you.
Miss Amanda, are you ready?
Yeah.
Producer, you got it
Hopefully
ready?
it doesn't. If it has her vocals, you're going to have to find it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to try this one out first. You want to test it out first? See if we got some vocals on there? All right. Let's listen to it first. And we're going to see if we got any vocals. So give us a little minute here. We're trying to get everything ready. Yeah, we're going to get through the ad. You know, make sure you tune in. Let me see here. What do we got? See if if it got the song line. Okay, we started. All right. This one's good. We found the right one on the first shot. There we go.
Nice.
Well, I think we're gonna start doing karaoke here. All right, Miss Amanda, if you want to introduce the song, and this is gonna be Miss Amanda here doing a little set for y'all. You know, so what is gonna be the theme song?
Okay, I've been working on this one. Siempre hace frío.
All right, Miss Amanda Solis on scpradio.com.
Sorry if I get emotional. Este corazón que aún te quiere ya está muriendo, tarde con tarde, como se muere la luz del día. Ya no puedo más, tú me haces falta. Vuelve conmigo, alma de mi alma, vivita mía. ¿A dónde estás? ¿A dónde estás? Mátame el cielo, trágame tierra, quiero morirme si no vuelve más. Ya podrás tener el mundo entero y entre tus manos todo la dicha y otro cariño mejor que el mío. Pero ya verás que todo acaba y a verte solo como hoy me siento siempre hace frío. ¿A dónde estás? ¿A dónde estás? Mátame el cielo, trágame tierra, quiero morirme si no vuelve más.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, as you can say, I mean, beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. Now, I see that you get into the music. You get into it.
Like, I can cry right now.
Yes,
because
yeah.
I was holding it back.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a Chiona, but I do. I cry all the time. And
I'm always like, man.
I just, you want to, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's crazy because she's like, oh, por favor. But it's really, honestly, it's because I cannot believe it. And what a, I don't mean to sound like, I'm not, I have my own relationship with God. I'm not one to preach or anything like that, but I'm just so grateful for this gift that God has given me, and I'm so
there you go.
grateful.
There you go.
I'm so grateful.
Take it and roll with it and roll with it. We got people on our Facebook Live here also. We got
They got questions?
Antonio Garza says very nice voice, and they're from Harlingen, Texas.
Oh, thank you.
Also Miguel Garza.
Thank you.
Antonio's saying again, applause. Very nice voice. These are people that are tuning in from Harlingen, Texas.
Thank you so much.
So the question is, when will Amanda be going down to the Rio Grande Valley area?
When are you gonna invite me?
She needs a hotel room. She needs lots of pizza and lots of beer.
Yeah, exactly. Party time. No, yeah, I mean, anybody who's trying to reach out to me and who anybody that would love to continue to follow me on my tribute journey, you can actually find me on Instagram at Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. And you can find it BIDI, como la canción, but it's spelled like the song, but spelled a little bit different. So BIDI, BIDI, BOM, BUM. Normally, whenever you put Bitty Bitty in, Amanda Solis normally pops up. So if you see that, you can follow me. I'd be grateful for that. And if you want to continue, like if you want to book me or anything, you can actually reach out to streetsciencepr@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook at amandasolismusic.com. And I got some new T-shirts that came out too, by the way, so y'all can go on there and check that out with some flyers. So if y'all are interested in that, yeah, definitely go on there and check it out. But if you're wanting to reach out, yeah, Amanda Solis, AmandaSolis, music.com.
There you go. So if you want to get a hold of her, y'all want to book her for any kind of events.
Yes, please.
She's good for baby showers. El Sancho's party, baby mom party, proposal. Hey, you just gave me an idea. I might have to do something. I got to top that one, but we'll talk about it. Yeah,
I know that Mexicanos have an excuse for anything for a party, but I'm like, dang, I don't know what else we can come up with.
Hey, a party is a party. You going to a? Hey, where you going? I'm going to Bautizo. Why are you taking 2 24-packs?
After Harvey party.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
And I hope that everybody's doing well after that. I really do, man.
Yes,
it's such a struggle, man.
It was a bad event. Hopefully, y'all didn't get any damage out there.
Oh, yeah.
But there's still a lot of people out there that they got hurt from that Harvey hurricane. We just did a concert not too long. What was it? A week ago?
Yeah, for charity. I seen y'all were doing that. Yeah,
we did it. Yeah, we did it, and actually we raised $3,200.
Oh, wow.
What was it, Mike? $3,200 that we raised.
That's awesome.
So
good job.
we want to thank everybody that came out. All these bands that came out, they all donated their time. We had 12 bands. We actually started at 12 o'clock, and we didn't get done until midnight. And
wow.
it was great. We did it because we figured, okay, what can we do to help out? And this is what we say. We're in the entertainment business, so we started made a flyer, started getting out.
Yeah.
And by the time we knew, and within an hour, we had all these bands signed up that wanted to help out.
That's
so
cool.
That's how we gave back. And of course, we still got people that I got affected. Mr. George, our sponsor, he was affected, and he's still out. His house got like almost 3 to 4 feet of water in his house. But hey,
let me drink to that.
he's still here with us. He lost everything.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
But
Yeah,
he's still here with
been
us,
terrible.
and believe it or not, he was out there at the event, with us, even though he was going through his stuff. And we got other fellow DJs, DJ Ricky Lee Duran, the Joker. He also got affected. He had about 4 to 5 feet of water in his house also. So it was a terrible
it was
hurricane. But like I said,
devastating.
Houston's strong. We're still here. We're still going. We were off for wow, I mean, it took us a while to get back, back on track, trying to get everything going. But but if y'all want to hire Amanda, trust me, you're not gonna be disappointed. We've seen some of her performances, and she gets into it. And I like the one where she brings the guy on the stage, man, and esa man, and she just lets that guy have it, pobrecito. He thinks he's gonna. I'm gonna come with Amanda, me va a tratar bien. Man, she points the finger in the face and pushes them and. Yeah, that's a
lot of fun.
That's it. And it seems like you get into that one. Is that like one of your favorite ones or something, or what?
Yes, I really love that. I think it's just because I like to interact, and actually because most of the time if you're not with being comfortable like this, where you have people right here where I can just go and reach somebody, versus on a stage, it's like I can actually bring somebody up there and have them come up and then smack them around. You know what I'm saying? Like play around, role play, and it's just a lot of fun.
Cool. Okay, well, like I said, Amanda, thank you for coming out here. Thank you for giving us the time out of your busy schedule, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it, being out here. And like I said, last time you came out, you were able to sign our door, which is now has grown to almost filling up the whole door.
I know.
But last time you came out, we had a guitar. We just got the guitar, and it's been signed. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the guitar. What we're going to do with it is it was actually given to us by my father-in-law. That he had it around the house, and he goes, just hang it out there and have it hanging out there and have start people sign it. So we did it.
It's a good idea.
So now it's been signed by La Fiebre, by Fito Olivares, different people that come in the studio. Once we get it all filled out, when I'm talking about front, back, everything on it, we're gonna auction it off, and we're gonna donate the money to organizations that Mike looked up, and which is, what was it called, Mike? Child Play. And what they do is kids that have cancer, and they buy them game consoles for them to play while they're going through a treatment. So we did one benefit here, and we donated the money to him. So that's what we're gonna do with that guitar. And then once we do that, La Fiebre, when they came in here, said as soon as you get rid of that guitar, let us know. We'll bring you another guitar so you can start signing again. So that is the guitar that we're gonna get you to sign.
Blessing.
You weren't
That's awesome.
we didn't have it last time you were here, so we're gonna get you to sign it now.
Nice. Is there enough room for me?
Oh, there's plenty of room. There's
Okay,
plenty of
cool.
room. Like I said, we
I'll
can
put
find
it
a space. Not we'll find a space somewhere in the corner right there. But
That's cool.
once again, give them your contact information. Everybody wants to hire you. Give them your information one more time, please.
Yes, please. I hope that y'all enjoyed the interview. Thank you for tuning in and listening. And again, thank you for having me out here. I feel like family every time I come here. I'm just so comfortable. And thank you. And I hope that we have many more times than this. Again, if you want to reach out to me, or to book me, or to even just to follow my tribute journey, you can find me on Instagram at Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. Again, it's BIDIBIDIBOMBUM, but normally whenever you put Bitty Bitty in, Amanda Solis, you can click on that and follow me, and you can private message me, or if you want to find me on Facebook at AmandaSolisMusic.com, and you can reach out to me there, or you can reach out to my label at StreetSciencePR@gmail.com, and I would love to be able to be there with you and your family for any events.
And I'll tell you what, you're not gonna regret it, especially when she does that other one, pulls that
I
guy
hope
out. Oh no, they'll enjoy it. You do a great show.
La Llorona, yeah. I'll cry.
But once again, Amanda, she does.
Thank
She
you.
sings it. She puts her, all her heart and soul into it, and that's what where you go. What do you
He's
got
cutting me off already, you guys.
Keep cutting me off. I don't know.
That's her website.
Okay. There you go. So you can go to the website. There you go.
The song comes on? Okay, cool. I didn't
Cool.
even know that.
Look at that. You didn't know about your website.
She upgrades it all the time. All kinds of cool stuff's happening in there.
So, but don't forget. Yeah, there you go. There's some videos there. Don't forget to go. To our Facebook page if you want to follow these artists. We do these videos. They're live and recorded. At the end of the show, we're downloaded to SoundCloud. You can go back and look at the video and look at the interview. So all the shows that we do, they're all recorded and we download them. So, nice experience. Like I said, Amanda, like I said last time she came here, we didn't have all this cameras and all that stuff.
No, it's all fancy.
It's all different now. It's totally different. So I think it's been over a year. I think it's been close to about almost 2 years, going on almost 3 years. That she came back. Hopefully it won't be that long before you come back again.
I know. Well, actually, he was saying something about in March. So yeah.
Mr. Johnny
yes,
Masso.
Johnny. Yes.
Well, we want you back sooner than that because I know you're working on another music video.
Yes, that's another project that I'm working on, you guys. I'm excited about it. I'm sure you've already seen some of the posts on my Instagram. There was actually a few things that we were doing back to back right after the music video. I know that y'all been dying for all this information about this TV show that we did.
Exactly.
I don't have that much information to give you, but what I do have, it's a TV show for Murder Made Me Famous. It's going to be on the Reels channel, and that's all I have right now. I'm not sure when it's going to be coming out, but I was just so grateful and privileged to be a part of that. And alongside that, La Gargacha, we did the remix, which you heard, and I think you played it last time, and I'm sure y'all heard it before because I perform it all the time at all my performances. We kind of modernized it and made it ours, with a little bit of, of course, still Selena in there. And again, so we're finishing the music video tomorrow because we actually did probably about 85% of it last time. We did it 85%, so tomorrow we're gonna finish it off. So stay tuned for all those good things coming up.
I want to be the first one to tell you that as soon as that music video, please come back, let us know, and we'll be glad to show it here, premiere it at on the thing. We'll do a real here. So we'll offer a show for that. So we'd love to see that video. And like I said, send us, once we get it, Michael, who will go do our DJs at different events. We play music videos, so we play it on this so you can see it. So that's why we want the music videos, and we'll play it throughout the show also.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes,
so once
thank
again,
you.
thank you for coming out. I want to thank your manager Jessica for making it happen. I had to get a hold of her and had to push it. So
Yeah,
she
she
came
told me. I was like, oh my God, when's the last time we've been there? I was telling her, I was like, dang, it's been a long time. Hope they didn't move, did they?
No. We're still we ain't going nowhere. This is where the CEO lives, so this is his house.
Gotcha.
So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next Friday. We'll have some more guests in the studio. We'll have some more cabrito outside. Now we're gonna finish out the show. We're gonna go eat the cabrito. All right. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Blanca cooked it out there.
Too.
So, but we got cabbage. It's good for you.
Salad.
Hey,
we got salad.
that's my famous cabbage.
And donuts. Shipley's donuts.
If you haven't tried that cabbage, you need to try that cabbage, Amanda. It's good.
Oh no, I love cabbage.
You need to try it. And if you like it, I'll send you my recipe.
Okay, perfect.
All right, there you go.
I don't think your wife's gonna like that.
Well, you know, no, you know what? We'll trade it. We'll trade for when I do a proposal. You can do the proposal. Help me out. Yeah. You know, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, you know, she's my friend. Hey, yeah, we're roommates. We're roommates. That's what it is. We're roommates.
You still have cold feet. Come on.
Long story.
BS. You're making excuses.
Get rid of the Sancho first.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah. You see, if I do that, I can't be Pimp Daddy Jr. You see this Pimp Daddy right here, and I can't be Pimp Daddy Jr. So I got to keep going with this right here. You know. Yeah, bad influence. You know. But with that being said, once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on next Friday here on scpradio.com. And make sure, if you want tickets, you got till 2 o'clock tomorrow. Go on my Facebook page, DJ Fluffy Cuellar or Mary Jane Segura, and say we want some free tickets to Gary Hobbs and David Maris at Tumbleweeds, and we'll be glad to put you on the list. All right? Once again, your boy DJ Fluffy with scpradio.com. Here we go.
De mis ojos lloran en silencio por tu amor. Me miro en el espejo y veo mi rostro, el tiempo que he sufrido por tu adiós. Obligo a que te olvide el pensamiento, pues siempre estoy pensando en el ayer. Prefiero estar dormida que despierta, de tanto que me duele que no estés. Como quisiera, ay, que tú vivieras y que tus ojitos jamás se hubieran cerrado nunca y estar mirándolos. Amor eterno e inolvidable, tarde o temprano estaré contigo para seguir amándonos. Tanto por tu ausencia, desde ese día hasta hoy no soy feliz, aunque tengo tranquila mi conciencia. Si pude haber yo hecho más por ti, oscura soledad estoy viviendo, la misma soledad de tu sepulcro. De cual yo tengo el más triste recuerdo de Acapulco. Como quisiera, ay, que viviera estaré contigo para seguir amándonos.
Para los recuerdos, mijo. De pura punta en talón, compadre.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we got shows always.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.